When the morning light breaks through the soft veil of my window, I find myself already thinking of you. The air seems gentler, the silence more forgiving, as if the day itself knows your name. There are duties waiting for me, faces to greet, smiles that must be worn like silk gloves. But beneath every gesture, every practiced grace is the quiet certainty of you, the pulse I cannot hide. I have walked through halls of marble, where portraits of kings and queens watch with timeless eyes, and yet, even they, in their gilded stillness, cannot speak the language you have taught my heart. It is not the language of ceremony or crown, but of a single breath, shared between two souls who have found, against all order, that love is a country without borders. You are the echo I hear in every corridor. The thought that lingers after the last violin fades. Even when I wear the jewels that history demands, I feel your hand, unseen, steadying me. You make the weight of tradition lighter. You make the silence between moments sing. When I look into the world, I see it differently now. Not through the lens of duty, but through the warmth of belonging. I have learned to move with poise, to speak with calm restraint. But when I write to you, all such must dissolve. For what are titles? What is rank? When faced with the simplest truth, I am in love. And love, when it is true, has no protocol. No need for ceremony or the approval of time. It exists in the space between words, in the heartbeat that forgets to hide. You came to me not as a storybook prince, but as a soul quietly certain in its strength. You did not kneel or promise kingdoms. You simply offered understanding. In your presence, I am not a figure in a frame. I am only a woman, alive, uncertain, unguarded. It is a rare and precious thing to be seen not for the role you fill, but for the person you are. When evening comes and the world grows still, I walk along the palace gardens and think of you. The roses seem to bend closer, as though listening, their scent a secret that belongs to us alone. Sometimes I wish you could see it too, how the moonlight settles like lace on the water, how the air carries a hush that feels like your touch. In those quiet hours, I speak your name to the wind, and it feels, somehow, that you answer. I know our lives are not simple. There are expectations, lines drawn long before we were born. There are eyes that see only duty, and voices that whisper of what should or should not be. But love, true love, is its own inheritance. It does not bow to rule or reason. It endures precisely because it must. When I think of the courage it takes to love you openly, I find within myself a strength I did not know I had. You are my compass when the map is unclear, my stillness when the world demands motion. Sometimes I envy the simplicity of ordinary lovers, who may hold hands in the street without thought, yet I would not trade our quiet moments for all the freedom in the world. For ours is a love that must live between the lines, and yet it burns no less brightly there. Do you remember the first time our eyes met? The way the room seemed to pause, as though time itself leaned closer to listen. I recall the faint tremor in my hand, the warmth rising beneath my composed smile. You did not speak first, and yet everything was said. It was in that silence that my heart learned your rhythm, and I knew then, before sense or reason, that something irreversible had begun. I write these words not as a princess, but as a woman who has found her truth. I wish I could hand them to you in person, watch your eyes as they travel across each line, see that small smile that undoes me every time. But for now, let them travel through this quiet distance, carrying all that I cannot say aloud. Let them remind you that wherever you are never beyond my thought, nor beyond my love. Sometimes I dream of simpler days, a world where we could walk together through the city, unknown, unguarded, unseen. When the morning light breaks through the soft veil of my window, I find myself already thinking of you. The air seems gentler, the silence more forgiving, as if the day itself knows your name. There are duties waiting for me, faces to greet, where I could laugh without measure and rest my head upon your shoulder without the world pausing to take note. But then I remember, even in this gilded cage, our love finds its way through every keyhole. It thrives in glances, in letters, in the patience between meetings. It is the quiet rebellion of two hearts that refuse to yield. There are moments when the weight of legacy feels heavy, when the crown seems less a symbol than a burden. Yet even then, when the air grows thin, I find you in the steadiness of my breath. You have taught me that love does not ask us to abandon duty, but to redefine it, to find within service the space for humanity. You remind me that I am more than my title, that kindness and tenderness are also acts of power. You give me permission to be fully alive. I want you to know that every choice I make carries a shadow of your presence. When I smile for the cameras, I imagine your laughter somewhere beyond them. When I speak of hope, it is your faith I draw upon. And when the day is over, when the last light fades, I whisper a quiet thank you into the dark. For it is because of you that I am brave enough to face the dawn again. I have been taught to measure my words, to guard emotion with discretion. But love has a way of softening even the most guarded heart. And so I will not hide from it. I will let it fill the spaces between ceremony and silence, between the woman I must be and the woman I am. If ever the world grows cold or distant, I will remember the warmth of your hand, the steadiness of your gaze, and the simple truth that has carried me this far. My heart belongs to you. Sometimes I wonder what history will say of us, if it will know of these quiet confessions, these moments folded carefully between duty and desire. Perhaps it will not. Perhaps ours will be a love that lives in the margins, a story known only to the stars and the wind. And yet, even if time forgets our names, I would not trade a single heartbeat of what we share. For in loving you, I have discovered myself. Do you know what your kindness has done to me? It has made me unafraid of tenderness. It has taught me that strength does not come from walls, but from the courage to be open. When you speak, even softly, it feels as though the whole world steadies. And when you are silent, I still hear you. In the rhythm of rain, in the breath of the trees, in the quiet knowing that I am loved completely. There are days when I long to write your name 1,000 times, just to feel it beneath my hand. Each letter, a promise. Each curve, a memory. I imagine you reading my words by lamplight, your fingers tracing the space where mine once lingered. How strange and beautiful it is to be bound by words when distance separates us. But even across oceans, even through silence, our hearts remain aligned, steady and sure. If I could gather all the moments we have shared, I would string them like pearls around my heart, each one shining, delicate, eternal. The first smile, the brush of your hand, the laughter that broke through my composure. They are treasures no crown could equal. Tokens of a love too real to be confined. And though the world may never see them, they live within me, bright, unbroken, infinite. You have shown me that love is not escape, but belonging. It is not surrender, but strength. When I stand before the world, I do so with quiet pride, knowing that behind every gesture, there is a heart that beats for you. And though we walk through a life of ceremony and expectation, we carry something far greater, a truth untouched by time or rule. You are my constancy, my still point in the turning world. When I close my eyes, I see not palaces or processions, but your face in the soft light of morning. I hear not the music of state, but your voice, low and certain, saying my name as if it was something sacred. That is how I wish to be remembered, not as a princess of marble and portrait, but as the woman who loved without apology, without fear. For love, once chosen, is its own form of sovereignty. And so I give you all that I am, not the crown, not the name, but the pulse beneath it, steady, unguarded, true. If ever you doubt the depth of my affection, look to the dawn. It carries my devotion in its light. If ever the night feels too long, know that somewhere in this quiet kingdom, I am awake, thinking of you. My love is both whisper and vow, both secret and promise, both dream and destiny. My heart belongs to you, and trace. Not inoxi, not in fragments, not in hesitation, but entirely, unreservedly, forever. Let the world spin and seasons change, let duty call and history record what it will. I remain yours, steadfast as the stars above our sky, gentle as the morning wind that knows your name. For in every life I could ever live, in every path I might walk, it would still lead me here, to you.